Boy, do we have a lot to talk about, Adam. First
Hi,
just
Sarah.
on the reopening
Nice
of New York
to be with
City.
you. Hey,
It's
New York
nice
City
to have you here. New York. Well, but my question on New York City, Adam, was whether you're going to get major movies, because New York and LA have been closed, and that's been, obviously, those are two huge, really important markets. But New York at only 25% capacity, LA still closed. Are you going to get the big ticket items, movies?
Yes. So look, today is such a great day for AMC. Across the country, as the largest movie theater chain in the United States, about 90% of our theaters are open, but nothing is more important to us than opening in New York and Los Angeles. We're opening New York City, 13 theaters tonight, 29 theaters in New York State will be open tonight. Our theaters in New York City have been closed, as you said, for 50 and a half weeks. And just to show you what it means to have pent-up demand, across the 500 plus theaters that are open this weekend for AMC, 2 of the 3 biggest theaters in the country with advanced sales are in New York City. 7 of the top 20 theaters in the country in terms of advanced ticket sales are in New York City. And we think New York is first, but we think LA is 2, 3, 4 weeks behind. What that means for us is a lot of new movie titles are coming out. I could rattle off a long list of major titles that are coming out real soon.
So let's talk about the Reddit retail trading phenomenon, Adam. I don't think we've had you on since that's happened. What was that like to watch your stock price spike as it became a meme stock, number 2 right under GameStop? And do you embrace it? Do you embrace it? What's that like to watch your stock price spike as it became a meme stock, number 2 right under GameStop? And do you embrace it? Do you embrace it?
Answer that question for you. He didn't embrace it. But then, somewhere out of nowhere, he decides to get Trey. If you go back and look at his tweet threads, Trey Collins, Trey's Trades on YouTube, to do an interview with him where he famously dropped his camera, his computer, and showed us the shorts, boxers that he was wearing, the naked shorts. That was about 30 some odd days. I got to go back and look the exact dates, but he did that first interview with Trey in April. He did it again, and I believe in early June. And this interview he's doing right now, that just took place there in March. So yes, he wasn't embracing us, and then something changed within 30 days and he decided to embrace us. So it looks like this video was uploaded March 5th of 2021, his interview with CNBC. And then of course, less than or right over 30 days later, he's on Trey's YouTube channel for 14/21. And I think that was the next day.
Well, look, obviously there's been significant volatility in our share price, and I'm aware of what's going on, but my focus has been on managing our business and driving the recovery of our business. What I find so appealing about this Reddit phenomenon is the affection and allegiance that Americans have across the country to AMC, to movie going, to seeing movies at theaters. You're seeing millions and millions of people rally behind saving AMC.
Talk about that for a minute. When did we start the Save AMC campaign? Because in January, I came in after the buy button was turned off. And right afterwards, I came on board and people were talking about this squeeze play, life-changing money, because it just happened in GME. And then folks, that was February. We were all chatting, talking about AMC. People started getting on social media, March. But I don't remember us being advocates for saving AMC. I'm not for sure when that original hashtag Save AMC went out, because I remember everybody I knew got into the play for the life-changing squeeze opportunity that they just witnessed with GME. Eventually, as time progressed, it became a campaign of Save AMC. But why would it be Save AMC if he just says here in a minute in the video that they were able to raise $2.2 billion on their own to save AMC? When did the campaign start? When did we decide to start saving AMC? Because he's talking about us saving AMC in March.
Do you think that was their motivation, Adam?
Oh, I don't think it's appropriate for me to comment in great detail about the Robinhood and Reddit phenomena.
You just said it was about saving AMC, that millions of people wanted to save AMC. Now you're saying that it's can't talk about what our motivation was? What was our motivation? And then you even mentioned Robinhood. They didn't mention Robinhood. They didn't mention Robinhood at all. They only mentioned about the Reddit crowd.
Nice to say that with movies like Raya opening this weekend, Paramount's A Quiet Place 2 moving into Memorial Day weekend, Sony just bringing Peter Rabbit earlier into May, Top Gun 2 going to christen the 4th of July weekend, Universal's F9, the latest Fast and Furious installment. You know, there are so many movies that are about to break. So many studios pulled movies from 2020 and delayed them to 2021. They're finally at hand. Theaters are opening. Titles are coming. And perhaps most important of all, we've got vaccinations happening all across the United States. Add that all together, add that to the safety protocols that we put in place at our theaters. I actually see good times ahead for AMC.
Yeah, way to predict the future. Good time for AMC. It was a good time for the executives. That's what 2021 turned out to be. And those who chose to sell in June when that ran up, but no acknowledgement to us. Wow. Boy, did times change afterwards.
Have you, though, Adam, raised more cash than you would have otherwise done, or raised more cash than you even need because of the artificially inflated share price because of the Reddit frenzy?
So the incredible irony of all this is that between April and January, AMC raised about $2.2 billion of cash, another $1.5 billion of concessions from lenders and landlords. And of that $2.2 billion of cash that we raised, 99% of it occurred before the so-called Reddit rally.
So-called Reddit rally. That's you and I, the ape diamond handers. Not to mention, I've heard this so-called term used. I think it was it Phoenix or Denver? The so-called ape shares, 99%. We had nothing to do with it, guys. Sounds like they raised enough money, 2.2 billion plus another 1.5 billion, that they did it, he did it, they saved the company. Huh.
Are we done raising cash? We haven't decided yet. We know that we've got enough cash in our bank now to last a long time. If we see even a partial recovery of the movie theater industry this summer, and that's what we'd like to expect.
Well, that was March of 2021. I recall it wasn't much longer after that. I don't know if it was in Trey's first interview or it was by the second interview. Got to go back and look at his tweet thread. He said they were going to cancel the 500 million. When did he start asking for 500 million shares? It was pretty quick. This was March 2021. Then he asked us for 500 million shares. You guys go look at the dates. If they were doing okay in a long, long, long time, they would have had enough money. Why did he come at us and ask for 500 million shares? And then how much longer after that did he say, okay, well, let me ask you for 25 million shares? What's going on? It sounded like they were good. What the hell happened? So by April 27th, he said that they didn't want to put us through. We weren't ready for the 500 million share authorization increase. So they tabled that idea for now. That was dated 4/27. I'm not for sure when they actually offered that 500 million, but what is it, a month after that interview we just did? And he's asking for money already? And then, of course, by June 4th, they're going to put out more because now they're going to ask for money once again. But this time he's going to ask for 25 million new shares. And he's trying to remind us, hey, that won't be, used till 2022. But 2 months later, 4 months after that interview, they're already asking for more money. I don't know, man. He sounded like they were doing just fine and they raised enough money. So apparently we weren't ready for it twice. We weren't ready for it in April. Right after a month later, you were going to ask for 500 million shares. And then a couple months after that, by June, July, you're going to ask for 25 million shares. And you cancel the first one. And then you cancel the second one again by saying we're not ready for it. Man, guys, I always say think, look to the past to see the future. That's up to you guys. Again, this is just entertainment, putting stuff together. My thoughts, my feelings, my personal opinions. You think what you want. It's not financial advice.
Thanks to movie titles and vaccinations and safe, clean theaters.
Thank you, vaccines. Thank you, the movies. And thank you for a clean theater for saving AMC for us. We just came along and we got to buy the shares, hold the shares, and let the executives, let everybody that's been affiliated with AMC all get paid. And we faithfully held because we love AMC that much and we wanted to save it. But it sounds like we didn't save it. That's just honestly, that's the way it just sounded.